So most of you have major money problems in this life, but you don't realize your true issue in life is not money. The true issue is you. Even if we gave you $5 million today, money doesn't solve people. There are plenty of shitty people who possess a large accumulation of money. And that's because they probably politically leveraged or just went really hard in a specific area. But seldom are these people successful human beings, right? So for the majority, you're not going to be able to attract the amount of money that you want if you're operating at the lowest level of self. Most people, like I said, who have accumulated money but are pieces of shit, have a very particular acute area of competence which they've dived into and found a way to accumulate the money. But let's solve the money issue for the majority and allow the gates to flood for those in the minority to rise to new levels. Money doesn't solve people. It would mean shit to have 5 million, 10 million and still be a piece of shit of a person. This is why I say success is not simply in monetary acquisition. Success is in being a successful human being. There's so many people with money that aren't successful people, humans. You feel what I'm saying? So whatever why your world is yours, you have to recognize that you don't have a money issue. You have a you issue for the most part. If you're not sober, if you're not fit, if you're not enlightened, you are of the lowest quality humans on this planet. And this is why I continuously push the sober, fit, enlightened, and rich philosophy. These pillars of individual humanity are what are going to make you an elite human being. Qualitative qualities, embodying and possessing a particular degree of quality. Instead of looking for the high quality things, you become the high quality thing, and therefore everything around you attracts in harmony to the highest of quality. Now let's make this simple. The poorest people in this world are those who are looking for ways to serve themselves and have the world serve them. The key to this all is you finding a way to serve others. It's the only way to get to money. You're not going to get to money in any other way without putting yourself in a predicament where you're going to get your freedom taken away. So you must serve others. But you must recognize that low-level you isn't going to pull off high-level goals. So, unless you're one of these people who have one of these particular acute competences, which is very few, and at the same time potentially have a political network where you have connections and boom, 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 and somebody can plug you into getting money, but then do you really want to be the person who has a bunch of money but is a shit person, still a shit bag who gets high and gets drunk and toxifies themselves, poisons themselves, trashes themselves, lives in that puddle of regret, always self-sabotaging, always ruining their relationships? Do you really want to be that sloppy, loose-looking motherfucker who's a representation of inferior conduct? Do you really want to be a belligerently ignorant motherfucking fool on this planet who only has money around them and really bases what they are based on what they have and tries to attract people who want to suck dick for money to keep them in their reality? Why your world is yours. Some of us have principle over profit. Why consider the vibrations raised. So do you want to be a person who's profit over principle or a person who's principle over profit? Principle over profit always profits in the long run and always profits in existence, because if we look at the word profit, we see pro and we see fit. So pro, fit, right? You have evolution at the precipice of your value system. Now let's get down into it. People who are looking to serve themselves and have the world serve them as opposed to serving others. No matter where you go, you're presenting someone, you're presenting something, and whatever level you're at, that's what you're serving other people. So the key for everybody out there who's having money issues is becoming fucking useful. Anytime I hear anybody talking about they're having financial issues, or they don't have money, so you're just being useless all day, huh? What do you mean I'm being useless all day? So we all have 24 hours that we inevitably have to spend every fucking day. And you're telling me out of all of these 24 hours, you haven't found a way to be useful to others. You're not even thinking about being useful to others, because what you're doing every 24 hours, whether you're going to consciously admit it or not, is seeking ways to serve yourself and have the world serve you, you dumb piece of shit. Whatever you are, your world is yours. This is how I get to the acuity of the clarity that is necessary to move forward intelligently, because this is what happens. People consistently try to walk around in this blunder of how they don't know what the fuck is going on. So people like me have to come along and provide levels of clarity unprecedented, so that the individuals who have the intelligent capacity, because I don't believe everybody has that capability or that capacity within them. So for those who have that capacity to then observe themselves in contrast to the superior conductor, the individual who is successful not only fiscally but as a human being, and then compare themselves and contrast themselves to the people who are pieces of shit and who are unsuccessful, and then make that decision for themselves. Will you be amongst the losers? Will you be amongst the winners? Will you be amongst the poor people? Or will you be amongst those individuals who choose to prosper? Whatever you are, your world is yours. Consider the vibrations raised. It just peeves me. So anytime you think about how you don't have money, is because you're not giving something. You're not serving something. You're being useless. Anybody who says they don't have money, they're useless. That's what they have been. Now, what it is up to you to do is find a particular way to be useful to other people. It's as simple as fucking that. But if you're still a piece of shit who doesn't wake up on time, who doesn't have self-control, who's still self-sabotaging, you're just going to be amongst the mediocre masses. So my whole program, when you first get on my first level of the program, you're going to get sober, you're going to stay sober, you're going to get fit, you're going to stay fit, you're going to get enlightened, and you're going to stay like that. Once you attain these states, we then think about the money. We then start to actually deliver a high level being to the world. Do you understand what that is? So first we create a superior conductor, and then we create a superior servant. The goal here is to create a superior servant. There's nobody on my level, there's nobody at my pedigree, there's nobody at my caliber when it comes to the area and zone of expertise that I'm operating in. It's just what the fuck it is. Y'all are still considering listening to people who poison themselves about how to be well. Poor intelligence, homie. You're still listening to individuals who haven't found out how to fucking make some money in life, about how to make... Then they tell you money is not important because they're just fucking incompetent. Poor intelligence, homie. You're still listening to people who obviously look like shit because they live like shit and conduct themselves like shit about what it means to be fit. Poor intelligence, homie. Consider the vibrations raised. So once we step into this level of, it's just a matter of your intelligence at this point, whether or not you're going to step up and be what's necessary. I don't need motivation. I don't look for motivation. I like being great. I like being a supreme version of myself. I like liking myself. And motherfuckers is as simple as that. You don't like yourself because you can't like yourself because you're inadequate as fuck. Whatever why your world is yours, without even comparing to other people. Is your existence situated and conducive to the expression of your soul at the degree that you need to express your soul to then serve other people at the level you need to serve other people to warrant the response of money in your life, to have the lifestyle you want, to then amplify the expression of your soul ad infinitum? Like I said, nobody's on my level pedigree at this zone of expertise that I'm moving in. Consider the vibrations raised. As an existential consultant, as a mental, spiritual, existential reconciliator, you need to get around an individual like me, learn how to fucking learn, and then go how to apply yourself. I have the answers. It doesn't matter if I give you the answers. You must become an answer yourself. You must become a solution. Money doesn't solve people. So even if we drop 5 million, 10 million, 1,000 million in your account, 1,000 million is a billion, by the way. If we dropped $1 billion in your account tomorrow and you were still a piece of shit, you'd lose it all. You'd trash yourself at a heightened potential. So really, whatever you are, your world is yours. Don't be one of these dummies who think, oh yeah, no, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do that. No, you're going to probably kill your fucking self. Whatever you are, consider the vibrations raised. Get yourself on the program and learn that your education is the best investment that you could invest in. But simply accumulating information isn't education. You must go through application, master the application, so that you can get the experience, which is the true education. Experience educates. Reading a book is not experience. Reading a book is giving you the guidelines how to guide your experience. Listening to things like this is going to guide you on how to guide your experience. Knowledge is The purpose of knowledge is to learn how to live well. To learn how to live well. So in the end, you must live well. And the only way you're going to learn is through application, not observation. You're going to learn through the experience. So then when you get the information, you get the knowledge, you learn how to guide your experience more well than before. Otherwise, you'd be ignorant and going through experience with misguided ways. Consider the vibrations raised. I might be speaking alien to some of you dumb niggas, but at the end of the day, I know I'm landing and reaching the hearts of those who have the intelligence to start. Sober, fit, enlightened, and rich. I don't give a fuck about acquisitions. I'm on a mission to liberate souls, to deliver true wisdom, and to actually have people become superior expressions of self. Eventually, it'll be a superior world because everybody at that point will have evolved so high that everybody will become such superior servants that the whole entire landscape of things is going to change. Whatever your world is yours. I could be in the park in Fort Greene. I could be in a condo in New York. I could be in a condo in Miami. I could be in a motherfucking shoebox. I'm never going to stop evolving, expanding, and growing as this master teacher that I'm becoming and have become, so that I can liberate as many souls as possible. The only thing I ever wanted in life was the truth. And the truth is, being a black person, I needed the truth because this world wants you to believe shit that they don't even know about, which is against your own interests. So I needed the clarity, I needed the truth, and I needed to acquire this because I'm not about to walk through this existence in a double blindfold, catch 22, gaslit like a dumb motherfucker like the rest of these individuals. Consider the vibrations raised, and everybody needs truth. So many people are living on so many different sides of the lie that you think that it's just being black that leaves you deprived. No, it's not. White people are blind to the truth. Asian people are blind to the truth. And so many don't even recognize that these little racial categories got you seeing the same lie through a different lens. Consider the vibrations raised. You're ready, so step the fuck up. It's not that you're not intelligent. You just don't have the courage, and that's why we call you a fucking bitch. Consider the vibrations raised. Instead of looking for ways to serve yourself and get the world to serve you daily and then wonder why you don't have no fucking money and your life is fucked up, flip the switch. Figure out how you're going to serve the world and everything else will take care of itself. Principle over profit, you dumb motherfuckers. Consider the vibrations raised.